Hey guys, if you haven't already, give the video a like, subscribe to my channel. This is a what if series and I'll be doing more down the road. Plus Ultra!
Hey guys, and welcome to What If I Was in Dragon Ball Part 2. So let's get into the story. So we left off with me basically killing Frieza and eradicating him. Now Frieza is dead. Frieza is not coming back as Mecha Frieza. No, Frieza is dead. Dead. So now we go around and we use the final wish that we use to rest. We're like basically bring back that every Namekian that Frieza has killed, including Pabro, like Guru. So Guru comes back to life, and everything just plays out as like normal. We basically tell them that Frieza and his men are gone. You're not going to be threatened again. The Namek shout in victory, and Guru awakens me and Goku's potential. Not so much as Vegeta, or I don't think not so much as Vegeta or Raditz, because he still sense like a turning fate in them. Not too much, but he don't want to. He don't want to like risk it. So he awakens me and Goku's potential, and that yeah, also Piccolo's potential too. I mean, I know he fused with Nail, but why didn't Piccolo get his potential unlocked too? That would have made him very much stronger. I guess it wasn't a key point or issue that they wanted to cover. I don't know. But anyway, so we continue with the same story, but I tell the team to go back, and I tell my daughter to let well, her mother know that me and Goku are staying back, as we need to go to planet Yardrat, and Goku needs to learn a new move. And he says, "Is that teleporting move that you use?" And it says, and I say, "Yeah." So we go to on planet Yardrat, basically use a ship that we arrived in. Anappa follows along with us, and this is where, well, Nappa basically go back with Vegeta and them and everything. So, because he still had a lot to figure out about planet Earth and how to live there and make a good life there. Me and Goku would be training on Yardrat for the remainder of a year, because I think that was the time frame that Goku was training for before he came back to Earth. So yeah, so I would master Spirit Control, and Goku would learn Instant Transmission. We would be on our way back with King Cold arriving on the planet, but getting embodied by Trunks, and now we're at the point where Trunks arrived. Me and Goku arrives, and Trunks pulls Goku to a side with all of me just catching up with my daughter. Lunch scolding me for not telling her that I was going off and staying on another planet, and this was the yellow-haired Lunch. I mean, the blue-haired would just be saying, "Oh, I'm just glad you're okay and nothing happened to you." And I would just scratch my head and say, "Yeah, I was all right. I was just training for for a year or so." Anyway, so everything like that would play out as normal, but now Goku got some news with Piccolo hearing it, so yeah, all that just. Anyway, so now we would be training for the remainder of the time limit before the androids come. I guess Piccolo would let us know that the androids come. Goku did too. So we'd be training very hard. I would especially be training hard using the gravity room and also using, training with others. Like Vegeta sometimes, I would train with Nappa. I'll basically visit him at his base. I would be training with Raditz and Goku sometimes, often training with Gohan and Piccolo, but most of my time would be dedicated with training with my daughter, getting her strong and everything, as her power level is at, and this might be due to a huge leap, but my daughter is pure of heart. So when she left Earth, she had a power level of 6,000. Now, when she got to Namek and got her power level potential unlocked, she got boosted to 20. Well, no, not SAST much. Got boosted to 15,000. And with that boost, when she got beaten up, she had got a Zenkai boost, and that pushed her to 20,000. And now that through the constant and vigorous training with me, it pushed her to roughly about a point, like a 45,000. And that's just due to training with me. Still not up there yet, but you can tell she's growing really, really fast. Yeah. So that's due to her training, and I'm not gonna pretty much tell you my power level, as I've already, like saying, for example, I've mastered Spirit Control. I know Instant Transmission. I basically mastered my Super Saiyan form, and you could pretty much say it's like a grade 2 Super Saiyan form. I mean, I don't know that, but hey. So everything would play out as normal with the androids attacking in the same thing. Well, not the same thing, because me and Yamcha would go to the city, and Yamcha wouldn't get attacked like he did. Instead, I would kick Dr. Gero away and grab Android 19 by his arm and throw him through a few buildings. And then I would basically, it's like telepathy or telepathically tell the other Saiyans that we're under attack. The androids are attacking now. Goku and Android 19 would have their very similar battle, but I noticed Goku's moves were staggering, and he was just like he wasn't fighting as it had at his full capacity. And this is where Piccolo would tell me it's the heart virus, and I would say that we need to get Goku help. Is there anything we could do? And they would come out as saying we have the medicine. Goku needs to take it so he can be healed. So everything plays out of normal with that. Vegeta comes in, basically terrifies Android 19, and now we're at the part where the androids are now arriving. So Android 18 fights Vegeta just like in normal, breaks his arm. Trunks goes in berserk and goes down there to fight the androids. Every other Z fighter joins in. My daughter goes down there to fight, and she gets overwhelmed with the androids, but she does do a good pushback, and they look at me and say, do you want to join in? And I look at everyone, and as tempting as it may sound, I'm not trying to go through what they went through. I mean, even though I'm a Saiyan, I can know when I'm backed into a corner, and that it wouldn't prove to be any more. I wouldn't prove to be any more effort. Well, put it any more effort into doing anything to these androids until like I get like stronger than them. Like I'm not stupid. The androids just bodied at least every Z fighter that was currently with us. Trunks, Vegeta, Nappa, Raditz, me. I mean not me, but Goku is incapacitated. I mean not incapacitated, but he's on his hospital bed, basically waiting to get better. And yeah, so after seeing all that, the only two people left standing was me and Krillin. And I was basically scratching my head like, who the hell are these guys? So everything would go the same way. We all would wake up, take a senso beam, and then we would be aggravated. Vegeta would fly off to go train and everything. And Piccolo, I would ask him, so, Piccolo, and he would say, are you going to train or are you going to merge with Kami? Piccolo would look off and fly to the lookout. And this is where I would notice that, so you are going to merge with him. Alright. Guess me and you need to go to the room of spirit and time. And this is where my daughter would say, what's this room of spirit and time? And he says, you will know sooner or later. So I tell everyone to come to the lookout, and I basically devise a plan to defeat the androids. But this is where a creature like being would emerge and start destroying cities or destroying people's lives, basically absorbing them. Piccolo's already fused with Kami, and so he goes to confront this being, and it says, why, I'm your brother. We are related. My name is Cell. He would go to explain himself just like everything, but Piccolo wouldn't fight Cell. I think he would. But that's why I'm just going to basically say everything went as normal as it did in canon with that event. So Cell would be basically absorbing everyone. And then this is where Android 16, Android 18, and Android 17 would arrive at Kami's house. And Piccolo would approach them. And then Android 17 and Piccolo would get into their battle. This is where Cell would arrive and attempt to absorb Android 17. But he would get battled by Tien, Piccolo. But it would still prove fruitless as Cell managed to absorb 17 and get his semi-perfect form. Now Cell is stronger and he beats the shit out of Piccolo, beats the shit out of Tien. Well, Tien tried as much to hold him back with his blast, but it wasn't doing, it was basically doing more harm to Tien. It was doing more harm to Tien than it was Cell. That's like, it was only holding Cell back. It wasn't doing much damage, but it was just holding Cell back. So Goku would come in, save Piccolo, save Tien, and basically get a look at Cell. And this is where me and my daughter would emerge out of the hyperbolic time chamber. And we're now we're not Super Saiyans at all. We just emerge in our regular base form, and we saying, that was fun. So Vegeta and Trunks go in, and they come out because, me and my daughter were basically eating up a storm because just like Goku and Gohan, we didn't know how to cook. Well, basically, I knew how to cook a little something, but nah, not like Launch do. Not like Launches. I'm not much of a cooker. I'm more of a fighter than I am a cooker. So, I mean, I know how to catch and put a fish over the fire. Yeah, that much. Anyway, so me and my daughter would be eating up a storm just like Goku and Gohan when they came out of the hyperbolic time chamber. So everything would play out as normal. And the last two people to come out was Goku and Gohan, and they were in Super Saiyan. And I was wondering why they were in this form. And I came to I didn't come to the conclusion. I just came up and asked Goku, so what's this? I mean, I've seen Super Saiyan goes from grade 1 through 3, while 3 being a useless form. So this must be a mastery of that form, huh? And Goku would say, yeah, it's somewhat like a Super Saiyan grade 4. I'd be intrigued by it, but I know I skipped it for a reason, as it doesn't prove to be something I want. I mean, I still have mastery over my Super Saiyan form, but me and my daughter, Shia, we didn't necessarily need Super Saiyan grade 4. And I'll tell you why. Anyway, so everything would play out as normal. We would all approach the Cell games with Goku battling Cell, them basically going toe to toe, and then basically Cell. Well, see, Goku would give Cell more of a battle than he did in the original canon, pushing Cell to use like at least 60 or 70% of his power. And this would put Goku down on the ground, and Goku would look at Cell and saying, "You're obviously very strong, and I have someone else that would be an interesting challenge for you." So this is where Goku would mention Gohan. He would hand Cell a Senso Beam, and I would tell Goku that you're too soft. Why would you give him a Senso Beam? Why would you let him heal back up, Goku? This guy can already regenerate. And he said, well, but that would have just wasted his power. I would have looked at him and I say, I sure hope you know what you're doing. And I look at Gohan, and I just, for some reason, I just don't sense the fighter-like spirit in Gohan. But I'm just interested in seeing where this battle goes. If push comes to shove, I'm going to tell my daughter to intervene. So everything was playing out as normal with that, like Gohan battling Cell and then getting backed into a corner, then getting in a grip, like a back-breaking grip with Cell, trying to see, because Cell wanted to see his true power. This was making me grit my teeth and grinding, just Goku just saying, hold on, just come on, Gohan, I know you can do it. And this is where my daughter would come into the picture and say, do you need me to intervene? And Cell would drop Gohan on the ground and say, fine, I have more other ways I can do this, Gohan. And he looks at all the Saiyans and he counts every last one of us, with it being Tien, Yamcha, everyone that was present there. So Tien, Goku, everyone. He counts all of us and unleash his Cell Juniors. Okay, but now this is one state that is basically going to have Cell's eyes go wide open. I instantly kill each Cell Junior that he spit out easily, and looked at Cell and saying, come on now, you really think some children like that are going to get in my way? You're having a battle with that kid there. And I look at Gohan and say, Gohan, you better release now. Because this monster right here can basically destroy the whole planet if you want to, and kill everybody you know and love if you don't release. I know that you're not a fighter, and I know that you're under a lot of pressure right now. And more of that's your father's fault. I don't know why he's putting you in this situation. But listen to me. You need to let go. Let all that power out. Become stronger and destroy Cell. So Gohan, with a little bit of motivation, he goes into his Super Saiyan 2 state and starts delivering a whole ass whooping to Cell. I'm talking about beating the literally shit out of Cell. And the same thing plays out as normal with Gohan being too cocky and letting Cell, well, he spits out Android 18 and Cell goes into his bloated form. Goku tries to sacrifice himself, but then I instant transmission Cell into the deep parts of outer space, and Cell blows up, and then I instant transmission back. Well, holding my breath, and then we back on Earth, and I said it was just that easy. I don't know why they didn't do that in the original canon. So it was just that easy. Cell comes back in a powered up Super Saiyan 2 state, and he tries to cheap shot Trunks, but I instantly throw the blast away, and this is where Cell comes down, and this is where I tell my daughter, now you can intervene. So she instantly punches Cell in the stomach. And Cell goes flying and tumbling back, coughing up blood. And then he gets up to see shock in his eyes. My daughter hair is extended. Her eyebrows seem to like outgrown or bulged out, sort of similar to how Piccolo's eyebrows look. Her eyelids have pupils, and her aura is shockingly like heavy with these electricity all over it. We now look at my daughter, and she is in Super Saiyan 3. My daughter looks at Cell and saying, unlike Gohan, I don't have his passive personality. I'm going to destroy you in an instant. As she rushed Cell, delivering so many combinations of attacks that Cell could barely even dodge. Cell thought he was strong, but this is just an outplay for Cell, as he didn't have anything in his arsenal to defend against my daughter's attacks. And then she yells out, Dragon Fist, and burst a hole through Cell's chest. The dragon wraps around Cell, basically eradicating Cell from existence, while my daughter stands there with sparkles coming down from the sky. And then she powers down to her base. This shocks all the Z fighters, including Goku. And yeah, my daughter has Super Saiyan 3, but I'm not going to tell you what I have in that time that we spent in the hyperbolic time chamber, but as I can tell you just this much. When me and my daughter was in the hyperbolic time chamber, we spent our time training and honing our skills. So we skipped past the part of just trying to go from Super Saiyan grade 1, 2, 3, 4. We tried to up it and go further than what we potentially sought. So me and my daughter was training as hard as we could, day and night, night and day, and like training our bodies hard, sparring with each other, beating each other to senseless, like to near death, and then taking advantage of those Zenkai boosts. We would eventually achieve Super Saiyan 2. So yeah, I have Super Saiyan 2. And we would be training in that form, trying to master Super Saiyan 2. And we would come up to the point of pushing that form even farther beyond. And that was even reckless. I mean, well, training hard. As we spent so much time trying to push these forms, while it is incomplete and we can't hold it for long, just know that we have this form, Super Saiyan 2. So I'm not going to really much tell you what other form I've achieved in that room of Spirit and Time, but we'll just keep that a secret, as this is all the time I have for this part of this series. Now, without any further ado, you guys have a good day, a good night, and you already know the deal. Los Ultra. Good night, guys.